pad. Remember we talked about Kleenex words, right? So the Kleenex word for non-adherent pads is often Tefla. Telfa, T-E-L-F-A, is a company that makes these, and I'm going to pass all these things around. You can play with them later. But it's a non-stick pad, and so it feels different than like your Band-Aid surfaces because you're going to lay this on something that you want to make sure when you pull it back up, you don't take off tissue with it when it comes up. Okay, so that's a non-adherent pad or a Telfa pad. Telfa, T-E-L-F-A is the company. Okay, here's another Kleenex dressing, or bandage, I mean, is Kerlix. So it's K-E-R-L-I-X. And this Kindle must make Kerlix because it's their trademark name, and it says it here on here, that all it is a gauze roll. So 4-inch gauze roll would be the generic. But if you go places, you will oftentimes hear therapists just refer to any non-adherent pad as a Telfa pad and any gauze roll as Kerlix.
And that's a bandage.
This is a bandage, not a dressing. That's a dressing.
Is that
This is a
adherent or not
bandage.
adherent?
This will stick very well to purulent things.
Things that are wet.
It won't stick to itself that well, but it's definitely will stick in a wound as soon as it gets wet. Yeah. So these are usually used to hold things on.
Like over that little bit.
Right. You might use it over that adherent pad to hold it. You might take that down. Often those things will go underneath something else. They'll use a big cloth tape or something to hold that down. So is that going to be very absorbent? No, there's almost no absorption
Is this the same
value
on
to
both
that.
sides?
That one is, yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
like it.
So
That
it's-
feels like the inside of a Band-Aid.
For some Band-Aids. Some Band-Aids are like that on the inside.
The good ones.
Okay. Here is a calcium alginate. Okay, so when I pull this open, and I'm going to pass this around, you can feel it. It's all light and fluffy. Here, I'll spin this one this way.
And that's for packing, right?
So what? Yeah, so that's going to be very absorbent. I mean, you can see that this stuff looks like it's, I mean, it pulls apart real easily. It's very light. It's for packing. It's for taking up space. My body does not like cavities, so my body doesn't like this big cavity here. So I need to fill that up with something, or I'm going to develop this big pool of gook in there. So if I pack it really tight, I can cause problems because I'm causing pressure. But I may use something like this to pack in here, cover it with something else, then tape it down.
And what's that called again?
This is called alginate, or calcium alginate.
Is it medicated or not?
This one's not. This is just a pad. When they first started using this, it was. I'm sorry, I passed you. You can grab it from her. It was actually made out of seaweed. Now it's synthetic, I think. The other thing I will use that for packing a moist wound.
That's what my mother-in-law did.
Okay.
Like years ago when her grandpa was
I had pad and gauze.
There are
That's not
other.
gauze.
There are other.
That's that calcium.
Alginate.
This was the packing, right?
That can be.
Okay.
It can be kind of
Calcium alginate.
But I'm going to put it in